Vince Cleverly, you're here. You were hoping to announce a fight for Nathan, but it's not quite been done yet. It must be a little bit frustrating not to have an opponent yet.
Yeah, yes, because this is an opponent that Nathan originally picked. This is the guy we wanted. It was a good test for Nathan. To be honest, I think Kovalev would have started off a slight favourite against Nathan, to be honest. And I think Nathan wanted to prove to the boxing world or the boxing public that Nathan could do a job on his Kovalev, you know. And,
Do you think sometimes boxing writers and fans forget that Nathan turned over so young? He was only 18 when he turned over, and he's only 26 now. So he's still, although he's a world champion, he's still a fighter that's learning with each fight.
Yeah, of course he is. Nathan's still got a lot to develop yet. He's still 26. He's still got to get his full man strength yet, and he's just using his boxing ability at the moment to get him through. But the best is yet to come from Nathan, definitely. Yeah.
There's been talk about a Carl Froch fight. Carl doesn't appear to want the fight for whatever reason, and he is down at super middleweight, so he has got some valid reasons not for it. But if that fight did happen and it happened at light heavyweight, do you think Nathan's just that bit too fresh and that bit too strong for him?
Carl Froch is a fantastic fighter, you've got to be honest, and he would be a very good fight. But I think you'd have to give the preference to Nathan, the younger, bigger man. So I think Nathan would be favourite for that fight. Yeah.
Obviously, you've trained Nathan for his whole career. He's from South Wales. It's a hotbed of talent, both in the amateur ranks and in the professional ranks. You've got guys like Andrew Selby just flying the flag at the European Championships there for Wales. But you've also guys like his brother Lee, and going back, you've got the Calzaghes, Gavin Rees still fighting now, guys like that. What is it about South Wales that makes such good boxers?
I think since the days of the Calzaghes, he's given the young boxers motivation. And we got another one. I've just taken a young boy now, Aled Cook, only 18, brilliant prospect. He hasn't had a professional fight yet, but really fantastic prospect. And he got the younger. And now Nathan have come along, and everybody wants to be Joe Calzaghe, Nathan Cleverly, and they just got the incentive because the Welsh have got a lot going for them really with different things. So they look at boxing as a way out, you know.
As a trainer, how do you continue to learn and evolve as a trainer? We see fighters learn from each fight, but as a professional trainer yourself, who do you look up to and who do you learn from? Obviously, Nathan was out there sparring with Mikkel Kessler in Denmark. Did you pick a few things up from Jimmy Montoya when he was out there, or do you just continue to study fights at home, etc.? I'm
the type of trainer that likes going around different training camps because there's always something you can learn. You never stop learning. Like. I looked at the way Carl Froch to fight, and I picked up excellent things that he does. He's a brilliant boxer. You can't fault the guy really. And I noticed I picked up things from Enzo Calzaghe, superb trainer. And what you got to think, mind Enzo took Joe to 46 fights, undefeated. So there can't be much wrong with his training. So I picked a lot up from Enzo Calzaghe. He's the main man in my eyes, Freddie Roach. I spent time in America with Freddie Roach when we was in Los Angeles. Picked up a few things from him and what he told me. And overall, you pick up different things from different trainers and something clicks. That's a good idea. That's good. And you keep it in. You keep it in the brain.
How good is it for Nathan to be sparring someone like Mikkel Kessler at this stage of his career and also going to the States fighting over there and training in the wildcard? How valuable are those experiences to him now?
Well, you can't buy that type of experience like Kessler. He knows all the tricks. He knows all the moves. He's taught Nathan a lot when Nathan sparred with him. And as for the Freddie Roach gym, that was an hard couple of rounds sparring over there with a couple of cruiserweights. And to be honest, I wouldn't want Nathan to have too much of that over there, to be honest, because I think if he did go to America, he would have too much of that.
That's what some people said happened to Khan when he went over there. There was a lot of, although Freddie Richards had the results, obviously, that there is a lot of tough sparring in his gym and all the other gyms in sort of the sort of west coast of America. Yeah,
I found that out when we went over to Freddie Roach's gym. The sparring is very hard and unnecessary. It's unnecessary because the thing is, you're doing damage bit by bit to the boxer's brains, and it'll weaken them eventually. It'll weaken. They can't take a shot so good as what he could because they're getting hammered so much. It doesn't do the body any good, and it takes the mileage off the clocks,
As Nathan's father and trainer, what would you like to see happen in the next few years for him? What are the big fights for him, do you think, over the next sort of 18 months to 2 years?
Well, first and foremost, we wanted Bernard Hopkins, but Bernard Hopkins doesn't want that. So then Kovalev, and it looks like Kovalev is going to find a way out now. But eventually to unify the division, and then move up to cruiserweight.
Do you think Nathan could carry his weight up to cruiserweight? Because there's a big jump, obviously, between 175 and 200.
Yeah, eventually in about, I would say, 2 years. That's the direction Nathan wants to go as well. I think he'll feel comfortable.